This is our 24th edition of the Harvard Institute of Politics survey on America's millennial generation, young Americans between 18 and 29 years old. We conducted the survey from October 30th to November 11th. We talked to 2,000 young Americans in both English as well as in Spanish.
Our survey showed that the president's approval rating is actually at the lowest point it's ever been in his administration, down almost 10 points from our last time that we surveyed. Millennials, which were a backbone of his support, helped to elect him and then re-elect him, now look like the rest of the population when it comes to their approval ratings. The Republicans, though, haven't been able to take advantage of this because congressional approval rating, both for Democrats and Republicans in Congress, is also down significantly. The other interesting thing to look at is that there's a split now in the millennial generation. The 18 to 24-year-olds are less supportive of the president, a little bit more conservative on issues than the 25 to 29-year-olds. We've been seeing this in earlier surveys, and now the split looks like it's hardened and become maybe a permanent feature in looking at this generation.
Overall, when we asked young Americans their attitudes and opinions towards Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act, we found that a significant majority disapprove of the healthcare reform law in whichever way we positioned it, Affordable Care Act or Obamacare. First point. Second point is that by a margin of 5-1, young people believe costs will increase rather than decrease under the new law. And the last point we'd like to focus on is the fact that by a margin of 2-1, young Americans believe the quality of care will actually get worse, not better, over the next couple of years under the implementation of the new healthcare law. When we focused on the 22% of young Americans who indicate they are without health insurance today, less than 1/3 of that group says they are definitely or probably likely to enroll in some version of healthcare through one of the exchanges in the near future.
So another focus of the survey was looking at student debt, and overwhelmingly millennials believe that student debt is a major issue facing America, and this is a nonpartisan issue. Independents, Republicans, and Democrats all believe by far more than a majority that this is a major issue facing America right now. And just beyond that, we asked people if the cost of college was affecting their decisions about whether to pursue a four-year education. And over 70% of people said that yes, it was, but more than that, 87%, so 9 out of 10 people who were attending a 2-year community college said that the cost of four-year college had really affected their decisions about how to pursue higher education. Another thing we looked at on this survey was privacy and personal data collection, and we asked young people really what the topic areas were that they really cared about in government surveillance collection. And looking at what they said, young people are overwhelmingly opposed to the collection of everything from social media data to text to GPS location to phone calls, even though it's a fairly commonly believed fact that millennials care far less about privacy and that it's not really a major issue for them. We saw that they were really overwhelmingly opposed to all forms of personal data collection.